Yo, what's up guys? So today we're going to be checking out some newer Yu-Gi-Oh cards. There's new Noble Knights, plus I think we have our first ever new OTK in Rush Duels. They already broke it, guys. But yo, if you guys are excited about new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, drop a like on this video. But let's go ahead and get started with the new Noble Knight stuff first. So first off, the new card is called the Flame Noble Knight Astolfo over here, and it is going to be a level 1 warrior with 500 attack, 200 defense points, and its effect reads that you can only use this card's name first and second effects once per duel each. The first effect says that you can banish a fire warrior monster from your hand or graveyard to special summon this card from your hand. Then you can make this card's level become the banished monster's level. The second effect is you get to banish this card from your graveyard during your second standby phase after activating this effect. Special summon this banished card, then you could special summon one of your fire warrior monsters that is banished or in your graveyard. That's an insane effect. It does take, you know, a little bit because it's your second standby phase, so you'll have to wait quite a bit. But just being able to just potentially special summon an extra card, if only this card was a tuner, we'd have insane plays with Mally because it just lets you just banish another fire that you would normally go into with Assault for the combo. I think this is going to be a pretty cool card that can be splashed in a lot of different things, but specifically, you know, obviously the Phoenix Gearfried is pretty much the card you're going to try to go ahead and go for. But anyways, let's go and check out some of the other cards. So next up, we have the Flame Noble Knight Yugioh. It is going to be a level 4 warrior fire with 1500 attack and 2000 defense points, and it says you can only use this card's name first and second effects once per turn each. The first effect is if this card is normal or special summon, you get to send a fire warrior monster or a noble arms card from your deck to the graveyard, except for Flame Noble Knight Yugioh. The second effect is if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one warrior monster you control and equip this card to that target you control. The third effect is that a monster equipped with this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Next up, we have the Flame Noble Knight Olivier. And here's what he looks like. He's 1000 attack, 1500 defense points, again, warrior fire. This one is a tuner though, which is kind of cool. And it says you can only use this card's first and second effects once per turn each. The first effect is you just send a fire warrior monster or one equipped spell from your hand or face up field to the graveyard to special summon this card from your hand. If you do, its level becomes 1. The second part of the effect is if this card is in your graveyard, you get to target a warrior monster you control, equip this to that target you control. The third effect is your opponent cannot target a monster equipped with this card with card effects. Oh, so they're each having their own little like union effect, but via equipping to get bonus effects. Okay, I kind of get it. Next up, that we have the Flame Noble Knight Magus over here, and he looks like a little mage guy here. He's level 4 fire with 1500 attack, 1000 defense points. Still fire warrior. I was actually expecting this to be spellcaster. Anyways, it says that you can only use this card's name first and second effects once per turn each. The first effect being if this card is sent to the graveyard, you get to shuffle 3 of your other fire warrior monsters and or noble arms cards that are banished or in your graveyard into the deck, and then draw 1 card. The next effect is the second effect that says if this card is in your graveyard, you get to target a warrior monster you control, equip this to that target you control. A monster equipped with this cannot be destroyed by battle. Okay, so it's trying to make the cards boss monsters, but they already do that with all the equipped cards, and at the end of the day, you still get kaiju, and then you just say, well, rip all that work. Let's see if maybe the other monsters kind of make up for kind of what the Noble Knights kind of suffered from, which is, again, mostly kaijus. But we got a new synchro for them. This is the Flame Noble Knight Vanguard Roland over here. And he is a fire warrior synchro tuner effect with its level being 5, 2000 attack, 500 defense points, and it requires 1 tuner plus 1+ non-tuner monsters. And it says you can only use this card's name first and second effects once per turn each. The first effect is if this card is synchro summoned, you get to activate this effect. During this turn's end phase, send 1 equipped spell from your deck to the graveyard, then add 1 warrior monster from your deck to your hand. The second effect is during the main phase, if this card is in your graveyard, as a quick effect, you get to target a warrior monster you control and equip this to that target you control on his equip card with this effect that gains 500 attack. So you can use it as stepping stone if you want to, I guess, to boost it up. But again, I think that still doesn't solve the main problem they have. Maybe Emperor Charlie. Okay, Flame Noble Knight Emperor Charlie, a fire. I was gonna say level, but it's level 9. Okay, I didn't want to count the stars. Level 9, 3000 attack, 200 defense points, which means it is target with rekindling, surprisingly, okay. 1 tuner +1 non-tuner monsters. Says you can only use this card's name first and second effects once per turn each. If a monster on the field becomes equipped with an equipped card, even during the damage step, you can destroy 1 card on the field. Okay. But that's, again, once per turn each. Unless you're playing against someone playing, I don't know, like Insectors or something. Well, whatever. But anyways, second effect, during the end phase, you get to equip 1 spell card, or 1 spell from your hand or graveyard to this card. Then you can equip 1 Fire Warrior monster from your deck to this card as an equip card with the effect that it gains 500 attack. Alright, so far nothing too good, but again, maybe the equip spells will make up for it. So next up we have Flame Noble Arms Durandal. So it says, oh, here's the zoomed up picture of it. I do like checking out some of the artwork. Sometimes you can notice it'll be like probably one of the, is he wielding one of the swords over here? Anyways, Durandal's equip spell says you can only use this card's name first and second effects per turn and only once that turn. The first effect is while this card is equipped to a monster, you get to add 1 level 5 or lower Fire Warrior monster from your deck to your hand, then destroy this card. If this card is sent to the graveyard because the monster was equipped to it was sent to the graveyard, you get to target 1 level 5 or lower Fire Warrior monster in graveyard, special summon it. Also, you can't special summon for the rest of the turn except for warrior monsters. Next up, we have the Flame Noble Arms Claire, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Anyways, another equip spell that says you can only use the first card, you can only use 1 of this card's first and second effects per turn and only once that turn. The first effect is while this card is equipped to a monster, you get to you can target 1 face-up monster you control this turn. You cannot declare attacks with other monsters. Also, can make a second attack during each battle phase, then destroy this card. The second effect is if this card is sent to the graveyard because the monster it was equipped to was sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field and destroy it. Okay. Next up, we have the Flame Noble Arms Yugioh. This is another one of the swords. Looks like it's like kind of in a museum or something, but it's another equip spell that says you can only use 1 of this card's name first and second effects per turn and only once that turn. The first effect is while this card is equipped to a monster, you get to target 1 Fire Warrior monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand, then destroy this card. The second effect is if this card is sent to the graveyard because the monster it was equipped to was sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Fire Warrior monster from your hand. If only it's at a hand, graveyard, or deck, like you really need those insane effects to make Noble Knights just viable in 2020. But we still have other newer cards to check out. This is the new trap card called the Oliphant Horn, and it is a normal trap card that says you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. The first effect says activate 1 of these effects. So you get to banish 1 equipped spell from your field or graveyard, then destroy 1 card on the field. The second effect is destroy 1 Roland monster you control, then special summon up to 3 Fire Warrior monsters from your deck in defense position whose total levels equal 9, but negate their effects. Also, you cannot special summon until the end of your next turn except for warrior monsters. Okay, huge downside because originally I was like, whoa, we can just start attacking and rolling and everything because that card just boosted up by like a 500 attack, which is not that big of a deal, but like that instantly just 3 Fire Warriors, like, oh, this is kind of cool, but it's more so specific to the deck. But we still have some new Yu-Gi-Oh cards to check out, but I'm curious to know, do you guys think that these are even good? I feel like so far, I don't think that they're going to be making a dent in the metagame. Again, the main problem with Noble Knights, you invest everything into 1 super boss monster, you got all the equips, cannot be targeted, cannot be destroyed, and then you get hit by a kaiju, a dinosaur, doesn't target, just flips everything face down. You need a full immunity to monster effects and cannot be tributed if you want this deck to be anywhere near competitive. At least that's my thoughts on it. But we got another newer card. This is Cyberspace Princess Nyan. Anyways, level 3 Wind Psychic Effect monster. This one though is going to be one of the Yugioh promo cards, so who knows when we'll get this card. Anyways, 15/15 for the stats. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn each. The first effect is if a level 3 monster is normal or special summon to your field while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. If you do, it is treated as a tuner but banish it when it leaves the field. You cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except for level 3/rank 3 or higher monsters. Oh, okay. Let's say originally I was like, dude, you could instantly throw this into like some type of synchro variant deck. The second effect is if this card is banished, you get to target one of your other banished cards and shuffle it into the deck. Okay. Well, I mean, this already ruined like the idea of again using it in that deck, but there might be some utility to make it viable. Like it's got a little bit of potential over here. But on top of that, I wanted to mention something that could be really game breaking for rush duels already. Now, I'm unclear, and someone comment down below if you guys know this for sure, because this is what I was like, dude, rush duels are almost ruined by this card alone, because one of these spellcasters gets bonus attack depending on the number of spellcasters you have in the graveyard. And with Mystic Dealer, you have instant OTKs for days with this. So anyways, this is for rush duels. It's not part of regular Yu-Gi-Oh, but I am covering it because I want to see what this new rush duel mechanic is all about. But it's got 1,000 attack, 0 defense, and its requirement says you can activate this by sending one monster spellcaster type from your hand to the graveyard to draw one card. So as far as I'm aware of, I'm not sure if this is a once per turn. I didn't hear in any of the rules that the requirement for the effect was a once per turn. So what I'm thinking, and if it does work or doesn't work, let me know in the comment section below, but you could just go get rid of spellcaster, draw one, get rid of spellcaster, and you just max out on all spellcasters, and then you go ahead and summon the spellcaster that gets bonus attack on the amount of spellcasters you have in the graveyard, and you literally just go ahead and instantly boost it up, one-shot your opponent, easy claps, and all you need to do is just slam a bunch of spellcaster types into your deck. And then lastly, there's another card, and this is just a vanilla one. It's just a level 6. It's just, as these cards are coming out, I'll cover them. But if they're vanilla, well, there's no effect over here. Well, at least not with this one over here. But it is a normal monster. It's level 6 with 2,000 attack, which in this game right now, higher attack is kind of how you play the game. It's kind of like if you go play some of like the older Yu-Gi-Oh games, attack actually matters quite a bit. But nonetheless, those are the new Noble Knight cards. They finally got new support in 2020, and I want to say it's kind of disappointing, at least at first glance, but maybe there are some combos that I don't know about. If you guys want to see me in replays, if you think these guys are beasts, I would love to see them in action. I've actually got Sacred Beasts already, so if you guys are new to the channel and want to see the Noble Knight stuff, I'll get you guys gameplay eventually of this, if we can even beat against some player. Maybe if we're playing against Ice Bears, we can have a good matchup, but Noble Knights, even with the new stuff, I can't say they're ready. But anyways, if you're new to the channel here, like I said, subscribe, drop a like on it, turn on the bell, and you'll see new Yu-Gi-Oh videos of the gameplay of new Noble Knights and the Sacred Beasts very soon. But thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one, and I'm out. Peace.